So today we're going to be talking about trigger settings on my Apex 4 Flydigi controller. So I have this. If I was to compare this to an actual real trigger, I would have to put this setting all the way to its max at 255 to get that resistant, what they call a wall, just wall, and then break, wall, break, wall, break. That little play right there, wall, break, on the 255 setting. And to compare it to an actual Glock trigger, my Glock 45. So I have the performance trigger inside this. So just wall, all that play, wall, break. Gun's empty. For all you guys that get scared. Play, wall, break. And on my Glock 47 with the performance trigger as well, play, wall, break, wall, resistance, resistance, break. And I would say that's very comparable to the setting for at 255 on the Apex 4 Flydigi. And I prefer this on my console. I use the Xb3 Brooks adapter, converter adapter. And to get that feeling, I have it on 255 setting, wall, you hear it, wall, break, break, resistance, resistance, break. Just to get that real world feel on an actual, comparing it to an actual Glock trigger with the performance trigger. Never seen this kind of video before comparing a controller trigger to a pistol trigger. So I guess I wanted to be the first. But I prefer the Vader 4 Pro. The Vader 4 Pro on my PC. And I have these resistant rings, the adjustment for the joysticks, on max. And I have a precision ring on my right with a heightened thumbstick cap. I do prefer this on my PC. It has no problems connecting, no trouble hassles. Just once you connect your Flydigi dongle to the USB port, I have no problems. I do have two Xb3 converter adapters, one for my Apex 4 and one for my Vader 4 Pro. Again, I'm just showing that, if I wanted to hook this up to my console, I do use the Xb3 Brooks converter adapter. And here's my Apex 4. As you can see, my dongle for my Apex 4 is connected. Just to get that program up on the screen with 255 resistance. So again, break or wall, break, break. Gives that real world feel compared to an actual Glock trigger. Again, we're empty, resistant, or just play, wall, break. We're empty, wall, break, wall, break. And that's with the Glock's performance trigger installed in these Glocks. So that's what I have my trigger settings on my Apex 4. If I were to play Battlefield, I'm waiting for the new Call of Duty, and I do put that on my settings, and I do play the Glock on Battlefield and on darn it, lost for words here. Call of Duty. Damn it, I can't even say it. Call of Duty. I do use that trigger setting for my. If I was gonna switch out on my Glocks, I do have that break, 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 break resistance for that 255 resistance for my Glock. And when I go to the shooting range, it Feels just like it. A little bit lighter on the Apex 4, just a little bit lighter. But if you want to get that real world feel, use the 255 setting on your triggers. And if you're a gun person or a gun tuber, that's the setting I use with the Glock Performance trigger. Wall break. And again, I use the Vader 4 Pro for my PC and the Apex 4 on console. The reason why I go with the Apex 4 on console is that the menu screen, I think the menu screen on these is amazing. It's very easy to connect. Once you hook your Brooks converter adapter with your Flydigi dongle, just go to this, hit the button. Let's see. Go. Here's a home screen. Hold down, connect PC dongle, and then this will it will slowly blink blue. Press it down, hold it, quick blue flashing LED. Once you connect to dongle, has no problem connecting, and then the light on the converter will go solid blue. So that's my comparison with a real world trigger on the Apex 4 on the programming software. And just to use just a plain, kind of, it reminds me of a plain old controller with awesome features like the resistance for the joysticks, and I like the holoflex sticks on the Flydigis. I do like them, so that's why I have two. So I've been talking about a lot of the GameSir controllers. I have so there's my wall of controllers, and I have the GameSir G7 SE, GameSir G7 SE, GameSir HE, G7 HE, the Iron Man edition G7 HE. I keep my Vader 4 Pro in this one, and my Apex 4 in that one. So just to show that, just to protect my investments on the controllers, I think it's a lot of money if you're spending just collecting controllers, or you like to swap out just to have it options, saving the joysticks, the button actuations. I know that the GameSirs on their box are rated for 5 million clicks.